Well. It's the morning after the night before, and what a fucking night it was. Oh my God. Hugest of shouts to everyone that came last night. I can't tell you how much I appreciate people getting out the house, arranging babysitters, dog sitters, getting dressed, spending money, getting on tubes. It really is appreciated. A lot of people came a long way for last night, and I hope you got some value out of it. I think it was fucking brilliant. I'm going to put it out there. I think that's the best episode of the podcast we have done. Biggest of shouts to Jake Farrell and Ben Random for giving up their time last night. Time well spent, I reckon. So look, I'm not going to spend too long waffling on. Just wanted to say a big thanks for everyone that came. There is going to be another one. Pencil it in your diaries. 12th of December. More details to follow. Biggest a shout out as well to our venue last night, West Hampstead Arts Club. The guys there could not have been more helpful, and it's a wicked venue as well. So anyone looking to put on like podcasts or like comedy nights or even like band nights, do like a full band in that venue as well downstairs. It's perfect for it. It's class. So look, that's enough from me. No more waffling. But again, just a massive, massive thank you to everyone that came. Let's get on with the show. Before we do though, one more thing. Episode 2 with Ben Random might be a bit too hot to put out on the on the main one, so that might be a bit heavily edited. But Jake's episode, raw as they come, a flawless 50-odd minutes of podcast/comedy. Hope you enjoy. Lord knows I fucking did. Onwards. Hello, West Hampstead. Yeah, that's what we fucking need. Hello. Thank you all very much for being here on this momentous occasion. What an honour, what a pleasure, what a fucking privilege it is. My goodness. So look, first things first, I'm absolutely shitting myself. It's the first time doing this, but luckily I've had so much propanol that even if Charlie Kirk Shooter walked in here, my heart rate would not adjust a little bit. There's your first bit. Okay, thank you. Much nicer than the rest of the show. So look, I'm going to need your help tonight, guys. I'm going to need you, when I say something funny, fucking laugh. If I say something that's not funny, fucking laugh. And if ever you're not sure if I want a reaction or something out of you, I'll give you one of these. We're going to have a good time. This is going to work really well. So bits of admin, first of all. Please do get your phones out whenever you want. I don't give a fuck. Take photos, take videos. Absolutely fine with me. Free Palestine, trans lives matter? That was easy. Also, please, if you can get nice and drunk, nice and pissed, get a bit of activity in the room, bit of rowdiness, but don't get so pissed that when I take the mick out the Pigeon Detectives, you storm the stage. That's all I ask. All right, happy middle point. Right, does everyone know what this thing actually is, what we're doing here? No. Basically, this is the first ever This Album podcast with me, William Han. Yes. And we are going to discuss the songs. We're going to discuss the shows. We're going to discuss the artwork. But what I really want to know is where my guest first heard their album of choice and the emotional attachment they have to the record. Are you with me, West Hampstead? Come on. Would you like a guest? Should we get the first guest out? We're getting the first guest out. It's happening regardless. Well, tonight, our first guest isn't just a podcaster and a stand-up comedian. He's a man that's taken modern influencer discourse and turned it from a recreational endeavour to a multi-million-dollar Patreon subscription / baseball cap empire. Yeah. Some wealth in this room tonight. But it's not all good times and jokes about Lily Phillips, because today's guest is a man, that's caused me immeasurable amounts of anxiety. Yes, every time I've set up an iPhone tripod or I've taken a little video of myself for the internet, I thought, what the fuck is he and his podcast friend going to think when they fucking see this? It's honestly, every fucking time. It's made me nervous. It's made me doubt myself. And it's given me the fear. And the fear is something tonight's guest does not have, because he absolutely takes down the nation's icons of modern times. He's the most fearless broadcaster in Britain. But tonight, rather than deep dive in the works of Cycling Mikey or Tom Skinner, Brooklyn Beckham, or Bonnie Blue. He's doing a far more culturally important endeavour tonight, because tonight he is talking about mid-noughties indie. Yes! So from the Screen Rot podcast at the Rotters, it's Jake Farrell! Rotter.
Have one of them.
Oh, no, is that your one?
I'll have that one, you have that one.
Is
Jake
it-
Farrell, ladies and gents.
Cheers, hey!
Hey.
There's a good bit of echo on that as well. It's a bit
Too much, should we say?
It's a bit Phil Collins, actually. I don't mind it.
Is there such a thing as too much Phil Collins?
No, there's not, actually. When I did my first hour at Edinburgh, I used to come on to Phil Collins.
Which one?
Something Happened on the Way to Heaven.
Any fans?
Yeah. Okay, ingratiating myself early with mention of Phil Collins. I didn't think that was how it was going to work.
Dividing the room a little bit there, I
Yeah.
think. But yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of enthusiasm in the front row.
Yeah, the acceptable face of Phil Collins, yeah. No, thanks so much for having me. This is fucking amazing. Look at this room!
It's in the hands of one expert tonight. We're good. We're going to be fine. Welcome back, Jake.
Yes.
How was your first experience on this bloody podcast?
Well, I met you at a hotel in, like, Marylebone. And you were like, you've got to come to the basement. And at that point, I was a bit like, I just met this guy on the internet and I'm going to a basement of a hotel in Marylebone.
I think you're getting to the core of the reason I have so few female guests on my podcast. It's a really hard sale. I've got
Would
one.
you
I've
like
got two
to-
in the room, actually. Yeah, hi.
Would you like to come and talk about mid-noughties indie in the basement of a hotel in Marylebone?
With a complete stranger.
Yeah. But then when we got there, safe hands. Safe
Yeah?
hands, very welcoming, very nice man. I think you're doing yourself down as well. You're saying, I'm shitting it and stuff. You know what you're doing. You're strong.
This fucking guy. Thanks, Jake, for the kind words. Means a lot. So for those that are uninitiated, why don't you explain a little bit about what Screen Rot is and what you do and who you are and why I've invited you back?
Well, yeah, God, how to explain this? We do a podcast every week where we pick a social media influencer.
Yes.
And increasingly the line between us analysing them and just like laughing at them for cheap laughs is very blurred.
Sure.
It's tough to really know where we are on that. Because when we started, it was like in Jacob's spare room and there was about 10 people listening.
Yeah.
And then now we've got like more followers than some of the people we used to analyse. So that's a bit of a tough scene for
Hence
everyone.
the multi-million-pound hat empire.
I think, yeah, you've overstated the Patreon income somewhat. But yeah, I still feel a bit out of place coming to West Hampstead. Are you lot from around here or what? What's going on? No, I was going to say rental and property prices dictate you do not live anywhere near here.
So with that in mind, who's travelled the furthest tonight? A few people have travelled a bit of a distance. Let's start. You've come quite far. East.
Okay.
North of Birmingham. Fucking legend.
hell.
Any uptake on North of Birmingham? I see Oxford.
An
I see a
Oxford
hand in
guy.
the background there.
Yorkshire.
Where? Yorkshire. Practice that
amazing.
chant. We might need that again later. Well, look, genuinely, thank you very much for
Let's
being
just
here,
keep
guys.
doing place names. We can turn this into a rally.
Who else is from somewhere? Shout out to the somewhere heads. So when you last appeared on the podcast, I can't help but notice a correlation between the success of your podcast post you appearing on mine. Is that a fair correlation?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
That was the inflection point big time.
Yeah.
People were like, he's been to the basement. He knows what's up. So... no,
Post-basement life.
But like our podcast is, I mean, how many people have heard it? It's fucking dumb. It's so stupid. I cannot overstate how stupid it is. And then I came into your basement, and it was much more informed and like kind and welcoming. So it was a nice kind of change of pace
Nice gear
for me.
change.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be a right cunt tonight. How does that sound? Yeah. Keep
We're going to
things going.
change that around. Who likes Tommy Robinson? No, okay, right.
So you had a really fun live show recently.
Oh, cheers, mate.
Tell me a little bit about the experience of the Bush Hall second time round. Yeah.
Again, fucking hell, when you actually ask me to explain what we're doing, it sounds so bad. We did a live show, and like most other podcasts that do live shows, as this one is, it's like a faithful reenactment of the thing that people listen to.
I get pretty unfaithful in about 15 minutes.
Okay,
don't
fair
worry.
enough. But ours, I think it's like a self-worth thing, actually. Because like Acaster and Gamble aren't doing anything. They're just sat there. They're just sat there in T-shirts talking rubbish. Do you know what I mean? Our live shows are kind of like, I would say, a mix between like a pantomime and like a weird piece of kabuki theatre. It's odd. And we had Big John at the last one.
Any Bosch fans? Bosch!
The number one Boschman, yeah.
It was quite the moment, and I think from that point on, you'd lost the room, hadn't you?
Oh, yeah. No, we'd lost. It was at that point, it was a runaway train that we had no control over. Big John was the driver. He had a little like Steamboat Mickey hat on. He was running the show, and he just like. Also, I think it's like in the stand-up comedy world, it's like you save your best bit for last, and then you go off on a high. 2 seconds after he came on stage, he did the biggest bosh I've ever heard. It's like, where do you go after that? Do you know what I mean?
Post-bosh,
post-bosh come down of just like... And we kept being like, John, like, calm down. And he just kept ratcheting people up into a... You were there, right?
I was there, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I was sat in front of your mate, Jose.
Yeah.
I didn't realise this at the time.
Well, I'll probably talk
Who makes the music on the Screen Rock, by the way, for those that don't know. But I sort of introduced myself to the guy behind me. Hey, dear mate, you all right? I go, yeah, what's your name, man? Jose. Going, are you the guy? You're the guy.
Yeah, that's how the smaller world. Also, when Jose... So that's like from Jose's first EP. And I just texted him and was like, can I... use that on this podcast, don't worry, no one's ever going to listen to it, it'll be done in 6 months. And he was like, yeah, you can use that. We haven't paid him a penny. Since then, he's gone like quite viral on Spotify.
Sick.
On Latinx Spotify, by the way.
Any Latinx fans in the house?
Yes, he's of Colombian heritage and he sings in Spanish. And now it's like we've actually got quite a valuable piece of music for free at the start of the podcast. And he's friends with people in quite big bands. Right. And they were like, yeah, you're going to have to pay him. I saw them recently. They were like, you have to pay him for that. I was like, shut the fuck up. So, yeah, that's where we are. That's Jose. But, yeah, it's spiraled out of all control, I guess. It's like I actually watched the film Control today. That's what I've been doing.
Keeping it indie. I like this.
Real.
Does everyone not know what the film Control is? You know Control? Joy Division?
Yeah. Well, because I said to you, you were like, do an album that means something to you. And I was like, great, I'll do Unknown Pleasures. It's my favourite album. And you were like, that's not really a laugh a minute, is it? So,
didn't quite get the brief here, mate. I want to a bit like.
So I watched that today. I don't really know what... Oh, yeah, that was it. I saw Sam Riley in a film the other day. He's in a new film. And he's been really hilarious recently where he's like... He's playing a washed-up tennis coach in his 40s on the Isle of Fuerteventura in this new film. And he's like, I didn't have to do any research because I was in one good film 20 years ago. And I've been in nothing since. And I found that quite endearing, so I watched Control today. Still not a barrel of laughs.
No.
So we won't bring that up today, but the Mystery Jets are.
Would you like to hear a mildly funny anecdote about the film Control?
I would.
Got one for you. I watched it with you, Georgie, in about 2007 at your place. Unforgettable, wasn't it? Unforgettable. And I was a casual smoker at that point. I'd have a couple of fags on the weekend. After watching that film, I brought a 20 deck of fags that I'd never sort of left my side for about 10 to 15 years. I'm so fucking susceptible.
I'm trying to quit smoking at the moment, and I watched that film and bought some cigarettes on the way here.
Of course.
So that's how well life's going for me. I'm watching Control in the afternoon and immediately buying Marlboro Gold afterwards.
Well, you're in good company, but don't worry, you really are.
Actually, in this crowd, there's probably like 10 people that have also done that today. I was like, could I wear my baseball cap in this?
I'm
fine. I'm fine.
I think you're okay. I think you're okay.
Crowd.
I was debating not wearing a baseball cap. I had a 9-minute cycle here, and I didn't fancy the odds of my haircut and that wind. So caps it is.
Caps it is. Yeah, caps all around.
Would you like to hear something interesting about the audience and fans that attended your live show?
You know, you can just tell me stuff without asking me permission every time, right? You keep
it's my first time, Jake. Don't be a fucking dickhead, all right?
you like, I'm really excited to hear what you're going to say. You don't have to you have to preface every sentence with like, would you like to hear about this thing?
Well, now you've started a machine.
Just take it as read that I would like to hear.
Would you like to hear?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So a lot of people think that when people take cocaine,
I actually don't want to hear
cunts.
this. You should have asked.
It was a cunt-free zone at your live show, and the queue for the cubicles that night was quite exceptional.
Yeah, was there drug taking going on?
Oh, there was naughtiness.
There was.
It was a rowdy room, but there was literally no dickheads. How do you explain this unique phenomenon?
I don't know, because Jacob, who I do the podcast is the biggest dickhead of all time. So I don't know. I think there's an interesting thing about like creating community with stuff where it's like this podcast that we do where we talk about, and it's the same for you, right, where it's like you have this internal relationship with a thing, whether it's an album or a social media creator, and then you kind of externalize that on a podcast and people kind of relate to that. And so I think that's one reason why the live shows are fun and a no dickhead zone. The other reason is everyone's really drunk. So that kind of helps as well, I think. That's part of the equation for sure.
How pissed are you guys?
How much of a dickhead zone is this? Everyone point out the biggest dickhead that you know. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, cheers, Jake. It's
Sorry.
going really well.
Sorry.
Really happy. Well, on that note,
would
would you like to introduce the album we're discussing today, please, Jake?
We are discussing 21 by the Mystery Jets.
Sorry. Thank you very much, yeah.
We're actually discussing Unknown Pleasures by Joy Division. Buckle up, everyone.
There will not be a third booking from Jake
Get your
Farrell.
SSRIs out now.
So, 21 is the 2008 album from Ill Pie Island's indie icons, the Mystery Jets. Yes. The album was produced by the king of indie electro crossover, Errol Alcan, who helped the band step away from the esoteric sound of their debut album, Making Dens, and push them to far poppier and better sound found on this, their second album. There's no doubt about it, in 2008, Mystery Jets were undoubtedly the masters of the do-do-do-do's, the whoa-whoa-whoa-ohs, and the whoa-oh-oh-oh-ohs. Went better than I thought that. The album reached 24 in the UK album chart and cemented the band into the hearts, minds, and MP3 players of a generation of indie boys and girls.
I enjoyed the card throwing as well.
Plenty more of that to come,
A lot
mate.
of pageantry going
So I know
on.
the way to your heart now. Don't ask you questions. And throw fucking shit about. We can work with this. So one of my concerns with a second guest and following the same format of the podcast is relaying the same stories. What was happening when you were at uni?
Sure.
You picked an album that was 4 years earlier than your previous one.
Yeah, right.
So talk to me about what was happening in your life in those intermittent years.
I mean, like, so I grew up in Stevenage in Hertfordshire.
What a town.
Yeah, and okay. Fair enough. If
We've got some Hertfordshireans in the house.
Yeah, we do.
That is the right word, isn't it?
Poshos or...
Working class boys come good, I think.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
right. Pulled yourself up by your bootstraps and with your granddad's money. Stevenage, for those of you who don't know, is a town formed in the aftermath of World War II, which means that all the people that have been bombed out of their homes by the Nazis moved to Stevenage. And as a result, we've got a kind of very welcoming, working class ethos in the town. And relative to other towns in the area, we've got a diverse and vibrant ethnic minority community that we are incredibly proud of. His name's Gary and his mum's from Trinidad. So... this album was the soundtrack of my time there, and we're all like ready to go to uni. Do you know what I mean? Like we're all living in the tiniest bedroom in our houses. We're all desperate to get out. We're all coming to London every week to go and see gigs. And this album was the soundtrack to that time of this these uneasy friendships that had kind of built up with people that I now in retrospect, I don't know if people have this as well, where it's like I look back at my friends in the last 2 years of sixth form and think we all fucking hated each other. I don't know if anyone else has that.
You can't pick your mates, can you?
No, it's like
I just fall in your lap.
It's just like I'd pick the 4 lads that were most Irish and Catholic that lived near me. That was it. We didn't have any interests in common. We didn't look after each other. We were really quite nasty to each other a lot. We liked watching indie music and smoking roll-up cigarettes, and business was booming. So that was like what we were doing at the time, and this album was the soundtrack to that, and was kind of the coming of age soundtrack, I think.
So it's fag smoking music.
I think, yeah. What other music is there, brother? I smoked a fag.
You mean there's another way?
yeah. Smoked a cigarette listening to House Tour by Sabrina Carpenter on the way here. That fucking song is weird, but has anyone heard that yet?
Is that the one about the back door or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that once.
Yeah, I heard it 3 times on the way here.
What a day. What a
It's
day you've had.
Unbelievable. Like, I think her career choice is unbelievably weird, because she was on Nickelodeon, right? That was, if you don't know, Sabrina Carpenter was like a teen pop star, and now her thing is like, I'm a slag. That's her thing. It's like, I'm a fucking slag. I'm the biggest slag you've ever met. But weirdly, I look like I'm 10. So it's like, I think anyone that's really attracted to Sabrina Carpenter is a paedophile. That's what I would say. Okay, we're not sure about that line of questioning. Fair enough.
Or a child as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, or a child.
What defending paedophiles? We're going there, are we?
So that fag smoking.
Here's a question for you then. 2008, Jake, would you have fancied Sabrina Carpenter?
Oh, God, yeah. Come on.
Sure.
Yeah, I got 2 eyes and a heart, don't I? That was a big time. I mean, like, also, fashion-wise, I think it's worth... I don't know if you want to get onto that.
We're going fashion.
Can we get onto that now?
Let's talk about fashion.
I look...
That's 2 men in baseball caps.
Yeah. Has two men that are so worried about the wind effect on their hair. They have to wear... I found out that I'm going bald at the back at the weekend.
Okay.
And
Can anyone relate in this room?
Oh, no, you've already gone. You can't relate. You're like the before and after picture.
He's the after picture.
Yeah, I found it out in an amazing way. I took my nephew to the Natural History Museum. We're not really going to talk about the album much. Not if I've got anything to do with it. And he fell asleep on my shoulder as I was walking down the stairs. It was one of the most beautiful moments of my life. And my wife took a picture of me as I was walking with my nephew down the stairs. And she was like, look, I've got this beautiful picture of you from the back walking downstairs. And I was like, I'm fucking going bald. I don't give a fuck if he loves me. I'm going fucking bald. So at the time, fashion-wise, let's get back on track. We can do this, everyone, all right? This is going to be 4 hours long. We're going to do track by track. The skinniness of my jeans was unbearable. I was buying Primark ladies' jeans. I don't know if anyone did done the same.
I can fucking relate to that. Jesus.
H&M ladies, yeah. The men's just weren't skinny enough, yeah. I was wearing plimsolls that were like the plimsolls that you wore in reception. Slip-on plimsolls. I was wearing deep V-neck tees.
What colour were these V-neck tees?
They were pastel, don't worry about that.
Pastel?
Yeah, don't worry about that. And I was cutting my own hair. God, I must have looked insane.
Those days are numbered, didn't they?
Yeah. Not going to have to worry about that soon. And I was wearing headbands that we made by ripping the sleeves off of our deep V-neck tees. The indie rip. Yeah. And I looked, honestly, yeah. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's a man in a nice Fred Perry polo now, yeah. I looked absolutely crackers.
So walking through Stevenage High Street on a Friday evening, did you require safety in numbers to get from point A to point B?
Yes. We were androgynous, we were small, we were like the gazelles at the back of the pack.
Yes.
There were roaming bands of lads that were desperate to noogie us. I think that might be why I'm going bald at the back, actually. All of that noogie.
The price he paid for indie.
All of that noogieing. But there was like at the time as well, there was like a genuine live music scene in Hitchin and Stevenage, which I don't think is a thing.
The Tap and Tin, right? Is that what it is?
There was that. There was a place called Remix, which is incredible.
Doesn't sound.
We all got
very
banned from.
indie.
Yeah, we all got banned from Remix because one of our mates got hold of a batch of counterfeit £20 notes, and I think for about 3 hours one Saturday they were like, these 16-year-olds in V-neck tees are pretty rich. They're flashing the cash around like nobody's business. And we were doing the classic, like, because when you're money laundering with counterfeit money, you want to buy, obviously, a cheap drink in order that you get a lot of real change back for your... Yeah, exactly.
And that does sort of date this anecdote a little bit because cheap drinks don't exist anymore.
Well, exactly, yeah. So we were double whamming it where we were like, we'd like a £2.50 Coke, please. And
just the one?
Just the one? Oh, yeah. And he's going to buy another one with a £20 note directly after me. And we're both going to go to the toilet and pour vodka that we've got in our Primark jeans into the Coke. And if you could be all right with that and not chuck us out, that would be great. So yeah, that was the vibe at the time. And the Mystery Jets played at Remix.
Right, talk to me about this, please.
Oh my God, like it was like Elvis had come to town. And I mean, I don't know, did anyone who's seen them live by way of a cheer? Okay,
many occasions, yeah.
So like, they're fucking good. They're fucking good.
Mystery Jets in being good shocker.
Yeah. And we were provincial. I am a provincial rube. Like we were ready to be kind of mugged off. And they were so good.
Yeah.
And they were impossibly glamorous. And when I went to uni then, I was like recounting tales of seeing them live to people. And everyone was like, all of the people I went to uni with had slept with one of the Mystery Jets.
Fingered by a Mystery Jet.
Exactly, yeah. And it really took the glamour away because, like, the guy who wasn't Blaine but was, like, the balding guy. Will.
What a name.
They were like, he's fucking weird and he's got one grey tooth at the front of his hat. And it was like... That was so, like, dispiriting after these, like, magical nights of seeing them live with pockets filled with counterfeit money.
And no change, because no one would take them.
No one would, It's just like, £17.50 in coins in my pocket.
There is a weirder member of the Mystery Jets, though.
Yeah.
The Dad. Is anyone aware of this? So basically, Mystery Jets, they're like a four-piece band, I guess, and then the fifth person is the lead singer's dad. Yeah, let that sink in.
And my dad's here tonight, everybody. No.
So if your dad was in a band with you, what would that band sound like, Jay? Good question, that one. What do you reckon? Yeah.
The band would sound uncommunicative and depressed.
It's a bad question. It's a bad question.
The band would sound not strict. Yeah. The band would sound like Joy Division. The Ian Curtis would be looking at my dad going, lighten up a bit, mate, would you?
It's going well, actually.
Is this going out?
Well, yeah, it's going well.
So yeah, so my dad's again on the Ian Curtis theme. My dad's like quite young. So my dad's like I'm 34. My dad's in his mid 50s, and so there was a kind of overlap at one point where we liked the same music. Yeah, he was giving me the counterfeit money. Yeah, I was getting the counterfeit notes off my dad. Where my dad really liked the same music as me.
Okay.
So it was like an odd thing because he wasn't.
How did you rebel against your cool dad?
Exactly. My dad liked the Foals. What the fuck is that all about? Oh, okay, yeah. In this crowd, actually, I should be very specific.
He's a previous V-neck wearer. Be careful what you say.
So Foals, sorry. I committed a heinous crime there.
Your dad would be furious.
I noticed you didn't pull me up when I said, who likes Tommy Robinson? But when I got the name of Foals slightly wrong, you're like, fucking no, this won't stand. My dad and I we'd probably be quite good actually. It wasn't there was a lot of chat about like his dad's here. But for me, that wasn't that weird. Because it was conceivable that if I was in a band, my dad could have played bass in that band as well. Yeah, so,
absolutely. And he might have had some real £20 notes on him, wouldn't it? Yeah. So apart from the dad and the balding guitarist, what makes the Mystery Jets stand out as a band?
I listened to this album on the way here. It fucking
Anyone else today?
stands up.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Did you issue pre-reading for this? Did people were people?
It's just target audience shit.
Yeah, okay, right. We can be assured people didn't have to learn about the Mystery Jets.
Pretty easy one. This one.
Yeah. This guy's fucking fuming about Foals, so he's. I think that they have a thing for melody and kind of nostalgia. They sound quite nostalgic, if you know what I mean. But it still sounds. It doesn't sound super dated, and I think there was a lot of 60s in it then, if that makes sense. And so I think that's prevented it from... God, we've transitioned into music chat. This is not my comfort zone. I'd like to have a go at that guy for liking Tommy Robinson. And so that's what I think makes them stand out. There's this kind of real facility with melody. Lyrically, not so sure, but
speaking of lyrics, we can get to that actually. Let's have a look. Yeah. Say what's up, buy her around, take her for a spin around the town. All great ways to break the ice.
Yes.
How would you break the ice with the neighbour that plays drums and worn-out vinyl who lives 2 doors down?
Can I do a real hot take zag on this? That's the worst song on the album.
Whoa.
Okay,
that is
we've
a
split
hot
the room.
take.
We've split the room.
Wow.
It's not good. I don't that one resonates with me the least. I mean, I would love to do a study.
That wasn't the question.
I think I've made it clear that I'm not going to answer the questions.
Yeah.
I think I've made it pretty clear that I'm going to answer the questions that I want to answer.
Yeah, understood.
I'm doing a Jordan Peterson to you.
Sure.
Well, if
Jake's in the driving seat now, guys.
Look, the question is not who's got the best song.
Pretty good. We can applaud that a little bit, I think. Yeah.
Oh, the Foles guy's left. That he's not angry, is he? He just. He's fuming. Okay. He just please no, don't, because that'll. Oh, for fuck's sake! Lock the doors. Also on that song, I'm breaking the ice with a girl that plays Marky Moon in Next Door. That I think they might have one of the biggest disparities between the average play count on their album and the play count for the big songs. There's that one and the Laura Marling one are on 50 million plays, and everything else is on 500,000, and 450,000 of those are me. So yeah, but I mean, I don't hate any of the songs on the album. I just don't love that one as much. But the question was, how would I break the ice?
Yeah, you dodged it pretty well. But
please,
please, let's get back.
Bear
in mind, she plays drums late at night.
That would do my fucking head in. I think that's why I respond so badly to it, because I'm highly sensitized to noise.
Your shoulders there, a bit, yeah.
God, this is like therapy.
This is a fictional question, by the way. She's like, you haven't got she's a fictional woman.
Yeah, that's
a fictional
true.
quandary.
This isn't happening to me now.
Oh God, no!
Thank God.
We're having a bit of fun, Jake.
No, breaking the ice. So I've been in 2 relationships in my life.
Mm-hmm. Did either of them play a worn-out version of Marquee Moon?
No, neither of them did. Both of them came from money, though, which is good.
Wallop.
Okay, we don't like that either. We're kind of not clear on that. Don't. No, we're saving Bosch for when it's getting really bad. All right, don't Bosch me, I'll Bosch you. So the first girl that I went out with was just post Mystery Jets time, first year of uni.
Young love, dare I say it?
Yeah.
Reference to the song of Mystery Jets there.
I more kind of admired her like a fan than actually we were in a relationship, if you know what I mean. I feel like she was someone that I almost wanted to be. It was a kind of a talented Mr. Ripley situation. I didn't smash her head in with an oar.
But you were ripped, chest-wise.
Yeah, I was ripped, chest-wise. Did anyone watch the new Ripley, by the way, in black and white? Weird. Interesting. I liked it very much. Okay, we'll have an argument. Me, you, and Foles.
Stop dividing the fucking room, Jake, for God's sake.
Okay, so the Tommy Robinson fans are over here. The Ripley fans are over here.
Say more about this girl, please. How significantly rich was she?
She lived in Crouch End.
Fucking hell, lads. Jesus.
Yeah, and she liked me for a bit, and then she really hated me.
Did she get to know you?
We recorded a live podcast together, and I would not answer the questions. No, and so, like, yeah, I didn't really break the ice in that situation.
Right.
Because that was just we live in the same block.
Yeah.
Let's get
a snog.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Do you like the Mystery Jets?
The next, yeah. Did I say this? So I fell in with a group of people at uni who were all very, very good friends with the members of Bombay Bicycle Club.
Now we're fucking talking. And
as a result, my kind of indie fandom was like the most provincial, embarrassing thing that could happen. Because I was like, I love Bombay Bicycle Club. And they were like, we're friends with Bombay Bicycle Club. And you knew that because you talked to them for 3 seconds. And they were very keen to tell you that. And as a result, no ice breaking there. No Mystery Jets fandom together there. My wife, who was the next person I had a relationship with, we broke the ice because we met the day that Mo Farrell won gold in 2012. Huge day, yeah. So I wasn't breaking any ice. Greg Rutherford was breaking the ice. Don't worry about that. So I'm not really an ice-breaking guy. I don't really know what I would do. If I was trying to break the ice with a girl that was playing Marquee Moon next door, I'd probably go round, knock on her door and say, it's after 9 o'clock, please shut the fuck up.
What would be the perfect setting to listen to Mystery Jets' wonderful 2008 album, 21?
It would be in your friend Ben's Ford KA on a quite large amount of Mephedrone.
Yes! Bring back Mephedrone!
I am constantly terrified of, like, we bought it off the internet. We had no idea what was in it. I mean, I say this as a man who smoked 3 Marlboro Golds on the way here, so I'm clearly not that concerned about my body. But, like, it was really, like, it smelt bad. It was from a place in China, and we would just hoof a load of it every weekend. And we would drive around in Ben's Ford KA with, I think we had one of those things where it was like, do you remember it was like a cassette? And it would, like, they would go into the cassette player.
Yeah, and you
plug. Then the aux cable would go into your
iPod. The technology wasn't quite where it needed to be yet, was it?
No, it wasn't, no.
Simple at time.
And we would listen to it. So that was the perfect environment. We would be driving around rural parts of, like, North Hertfordshire, looking for places where no one would notice that there were 5 people high as a kite on Mephedrone. Ideally some kind of country lane with a field or something. And that was as good as it gets.
Sounds pretty good.
Whose life got better after that, truthfully? Yeah, who wouldn't, in a heartbeat, go back to Mephedrone on country lanes? If anyone says they wouldn't, they're a fucking liar.
But it's interesting. I definitely think of that drug and that era of being very dubstep focused. Were you and your gang definitely a lot more indie leaning back then, were you?
Yeah, indie leaning, incredibly heartfelt conversations with each other while our jaws were swinging like a fucking Spitfire propeller. Talking about, what we wanted to do, our dreams, and our... someone said that. Trust me, it wasn't an situation.
It was more of
it was like these guys are going to have a fucking heart attack if they're not careful. That was the vibe. That was definitely the vibe.
What a vibe. How would you describe the average Mystery Jets fan?
Small.
How does this album compare to their other albums, Jake?
The one they did afterwards that had Serotonin on it was quite good.
Yes.
I don't care for the rest of it.
Anyone have a different opinion to that?
Go on. Hands up at the back. Shut the fuck up! What are you talking about? Is it? Oh, God, you're really handsome as well, so I kind of intrinsically... Don't that, it's true. You look like someone from the 90s. You look amazing. Don't be bashful, it's all right.
Care to comment on the sexual attractiveness of anyone else in the room while we're here?
For the purposes
look
of my
to your right if you'd like to.
For the purposes of my career, only the men. So Curve the Earth, you'd say stacks up, does it? Okay.
That's the one that's got like 8 songs and all of them are like 8 minutes long, right? Bubblegum's really good. That's the thing. I would argue Mystery Jets very much became a singles band after that. I don't think they made a good body of work. You go and see them nowadays, though, it's a very good best of. You're getting a pretty good 60, 70-minute set.
I'm buzzing for the 20 years of 21.
Anyone else excited for the 20 years of 21? It'll be the 21st anniversary, I guess they'll do, wouldn't they?
That would be class. I mean...
I think he's floats in. I saw him play at
as
the
a ghost?
Cumberland
He's dead.
Well, the thing is, he wasn't young then, was he?
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, he's got no business still being alive. He really doesn't. But there he is, he can't be broken. They played the Cumberland Hotel a couple of years back.
Oh, yeah, your friend was saying, yeah.
It's pretty class.
Did you book them?
How would it affect my credibility if I said yes?
It would boost it.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
But I had a good time seeing him. They brought their dad out for the last song, Flakes, and he gave it the old, I can't really play you anymore, but I'll give it one of them for a couple of seconds, and that's your lot. That's me. Done.
But do you want to get into best song now? You've brought up Flakes. Or is that next? I'm fucking with the order and the questions.
I was trying to think of a smart-ass way to answer that. Yeah, fucking tell me, man. I don't give a shit.
I think Flakes is an unbelievable song. Like a truly timeless, unbelievable... I listened to it on the way here. I was like, this is fucking amazing. They have no right to make a song that good. And all of, even Hideaway and stuff, which I like very much, is just like, it's kind of like a very rudimentary, I'm shagging someone that I shouldn't be. And it's a bit like, yeah, okay, I get it. But that is out of nowhere. It's just like, this is one of the most beautiful love songs I've ever heard. And the heart sickness of it is crazy. And I don't have a funny thing to say about that. That's just true. I'm trying to be earnest now. What do you want from me? What do you want?
Mephedrone to heartfelt earnestness in 30 minutes. What a podcast this is, by the way. That leads on quite nicely, actually. Have you ever cried listening to Mystery Jets?
Oh, wow. I mean, given the amount of Mephedrone we were injecting...
a lot of second-hand tears, yeah.
Yeah, there's probably... I mean...
The byproduct was...
The byproduct was tears. Why, it's a real comment on on masculinity that we required a kind of mystery powder sent to us in jiffy bags from China to express ourselves in front of one another. I don't think still yeah. Things never change, do they? Yeah. I fucking love you so much.
The afters after the Scream Rock podcast.
Yeah,
live.
exactly. Yeah. We're not saying we love each other. Trust me on that. But yeah, no, I don't think I've ever, off the top of my head, cried. I mean, I should have brought this up when I was talking about my Crouch End girlfriend. A big ex-girlfriend. God, I fucking slagged my dad off and then referred to my 10-year-old ex-girlfriend. It was 10 years ago we were going out.
Should we wrap this up, mate?
I've got to make that very clear. Okay.
Well, look, it's been lovely having you here, guys. Not all of you, but...
Jake will be going home with the Met Police with his hard drive in a carrier bag. Yeah. So when we were in our second...
question, I have no idea what you're about to answer.
It doesn't matter. When I was in second year at uni, they played York. They played a place called Fibbers in York, which was Oh, what? People know Fibbers. Yeah, amazing. I don't know if it's still... Don't know if it's...
Sorry,
what was that?
That doesn't matter. We move on. That'll come out in the edit.
And the day that they were on, me and her had tickets to go, and then she found out that her great uncle died that day. And it was really one of those where it was like, at the time, I think she was quite keen on being seen as independent. And I was like, look, I'm going to come round. I'll cook you dinner. It'll be fine. She's like, no, don't do that. It's fine. I'm fine. I just don't want to come and watch the Mystery Jets. Like, seeing the dad on the stage will remind me of my fucking old dead great uncle. Yeah. And on reflection, I definitely should have gone round to hers. I went to the gig, so...
Indie always comes first!
Yeah. So there we go. But that was a good... I guess you have to learn when people are saying... I was about to say, you have to learn that when people are saying no, sometimes they mean yes.
Yeah.
And what I mean is...
Should we bring up the second guest, guys?
Yeah, really weird thing. He confessed to being a paedophile and a rapist within like 2 minutes. Ask a question!
I've got to ask a question. But before I do, I'm going to preface it a little bit. Preface?
Either's fun.
I'm going to ask a question. Has anyone here not heard Mystery Jets before?
Fucking weird last 35 minutes for you guys, yeah.
Yeah. So what would your 60-second elevator pitch be to someone that hasn't listened to Mystery Jets before?
My 60-second elevator pitch would be lovely melodies, tight jeans, funny when the dad comes on.
That's what ChatGPT said too.
Yeah. I was going to say something about good visibility for disabled people because of the lead singer, which is
that's
also
pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah.
I was always a big fan of that, where they were like very...
That is really unique. You do not get a lot of frontmen who are literally disabled.
Yeah, and like...
I think he means me, Jake. I think you're all right. That's my little brother, by the way, there.
I'm aware.
Yeah. He's definitely... He's got his eye on one of us, and it ain't you on that time.
If anyone's going to do poor taste jokes about disabled people, it's going to be me, all right? No, but it was really cool. They were very familial about the whole thing. Well, the dad was there, so that was his dad, right, as well, I think.
It wasn't mine.
It wasn't yours. If your dad was touring with the Mystery Jets, that would be weird. But it was really cool. It was really amazing, and I think that like the kind of inclusivity of that thing. Yeah. I always think back on Block Party about that as well. Where it's like there was like
stay tuned for that later.
Oh yeah. This is coming later as well. It was like that was I think really heartening thing about our generation, where it's like relatively speaking, there were very few people of color that fronted bands at that time, but like he did, and it wasn't worthy of any comment. And it was also kind of like quite apparent after a bit of time that he was gay as well, and no one gave a fuck. And I think back on that, and like not to congratulate ourselves too much, I was fucking carrying around £20 counterfeit notes all the time, but like we didn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And that's cool, I think.
Yeah.
And like now everyone's patting Gen Z on the back. Oh, they're all really nice to each other. They don't wear bras. Blah 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 blah. But like, we weren't racist.
After a black guy started playing guitars.
Yeah, and we deserve credit for that.
It's good gear. I'm about to throw a card. Would you like to do the honours for us?
Oh, thank you.
Hey!
You do it much better.
Is there anything about the album we've not touched on yet that you'd like to mention? Any emotions, thoughts, feelings?
One thing, they have the most amazing retro thing where they have a hidden track on the last album. On the last song.
Yeah.
Which is a really good song. Behind the Bunhouse is a really good song, and then the hidden track is a really good song. But like that, you don't have that anymore. Because there's no such thing with without CD.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah, there's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to hide the song, the 13th best song of the recording sessions. Yeah. So I think that was one thing that when I was listening back, I reflected on, where I was like, that's cool.
Can I shock you?
Go on.
The preface there. I didn't know that song was on there until last week.
What?
What?
You thought Behind the Bunhouse was 12 minutes long?
Busy, wasn't I? That's no fun. But then, no, it was a nice little gift. It was all right.
Yeah,
nice little song. Bonus Mystery Jet
Something
song.
to do.
It's lovely, wasn't it? This has been class.
Oh, thanks, mate. This has been really fun. Thanks so much for having me. Cheers.
But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So when it's a friend of yours, Rajiv Korea, right?
Yeah, Rajiv is a very good friend of mine. Yeah,
Former guest on the show.
Yeah, lovely man.
And we touched on a far better format than what I used to do. Do you remember the quiz we played last time you were on the podcast?
I do, yeah.
Do you remember what it was called?
What were we talking about at the time? We were talking about real
estate.
estate. Was it a pun on real estate?
A bad one. It was called Real Estate or Real Estate. It was fucking bad.
No, I don't
spent
remember that.
hours on that. And what's much easier is just picking a top 20 end of year list, and we're going to say either fair play guys or fuck those guys.
Okay.
Much easier, right?
Nice.
So, one of the sort of problems with this podcast is I keep picking people that are of a similar generation to me, and they keep picking albums from the same fucking year.
Right.
So for the third time so far, we're looking at an end of year list from 2008.
Lovely.
What a year. What a fucking year. Would you care to guess where Mystery Jets charted on The Guardian's 50 best albums of 2008?
God, what did those woke communist scum think of? I would say 27.
They're not on the top
Fuck
50
off!
best albums of 2008.
What's it? Petridis. Petridis has got a lot to answer
Petridis has
for.
fucking got blood on his hands. But what was really interesting, I'm not going to read out the entire 50, of course, you've all got things to do. But the numbers 50 and 49 really stood out.
Go on.
At 50, this is better than Mystery Jets, by the way. At 50 was Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy. How does that sit with you?
That I remember the kind of long gestation period of
Yes.
that, and everyone being like, "God, it'll be amazing when it gets here." And I remember thinking, "Will it?" So
It wasn't.
That's remarkable.
At 49 was Dido's Safe Trip Home.
And that's what we wish all the women in the audience today.
But let's get on with it. Fair play, guys, or fuck those guys, which I think might work really well in a live setting, actually.
We're going to do an audience interaction.
Fucking yeah.
Yeah, great.
Absolutely. At 20, it's The Foals with Antidotes.
No, not the Foals. Not the Foals.
Oh, sorry. It's
Wait,
Foals with
come on!
Antidotes. Fair play, guys, or fuck those guys.
Fair play, guys.
Fair play, guys. Big album. At 19, Lil Wayne, The Carter Free.
Oh, fair play.
Fair play, guys.
Yeah.
Hang on. Yes, of course. 18, Laura Marling, Alas, I Cannot Swim.
That album is fucking sick. It's so good.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So good.
And are we doing a bit more chat, or do you want me to wrap this up?
Keep going.
Okay. I rediscovered the video of her with Johnny Flynn doing that cover of Travel Light by Jeffrey Lewis the other day. If you haven't watched that, go and watch that. It's fucking amazing. It made me time travel back to a time where I was desperately trying to impress some rich people in Crawford.
And now he's here with me. But I was going to say something else. Laura Marling does an incredible cover with, I think it is Johnny Flynn as well, of the Eminem song Brain Damage.
Wow.
Anyone heard this? Seriously.
False Guy's coming in hot today,
Laura
by the way.
Marling does a cover of Brain Damage by Eminem. It's fucking wild. Anyway, 17, fucking hell. Tumani, Diabat and Equate, the Manday Variations. Fuck those guys.
Ambivalent.
Understood. 16, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Dig. Lazarus, dig.
Really good album.
Fair play, guys. Fair play, guys. We're having
It would
that.
feel a bit churlish after everything with his son to be like, fuck that guy.
At 15, ECT, Lucilite. I've never heard of them.
Never heard of it.
Fuck those guys. At 14, Paul Weller, 22 Dreams.
My dad once went to see Paul Weller and he played only tracks from a new album which had been released less than 24 hours before. And I think that's the biggest dick move you could ever do.
We're saying fuck those guys to Paul Weller.
Yes.
At 13, fucking hell. These bands are better than the Mystery Jets, apparently. The Garifuna Women's Project, Umalali.
I would like to say fair play. Fair play to the Garifuna Women's Project. I've always liked them and I always will.
At 12, it's Duffy with Rock Ferry.
Again, fair play. Tough life.
At 11, The Bug, London Zoo.
Who?
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
At 10, TV on the radio, Dear Science.
What do you reckon? Okay, what she said.
You give them fair play, guys? Fair play, guys. At 9, Portishead, third.
No, fuck Portishead.
Fuck
I don't
them.
like Portishead.
Buckle up for this one. A young up-and-coming rapper called Kanye West with 808s and Heartbreak.
It's a really great record, and Can I just say, I think he's got some fair points.
Like a fucking seesaw, you are. At number 7, it's a biggie, Vampire Weekend, with the self-titled.
Yeah,
Vampire
class.
Weekend.
Fair
All
play.
fucking day long. At 6, MGMT, Oracular, Spectacular.
Not for me.
We're not having it. Is that a hot take?
What? That's shit. When
It's
I
the
saw that
take.
video of them being like, we're doing this as a joke at their
Yeah,
university or
yeah.
whatever, I was just like, "Ooh, whatever.
That explains
Who cares?"
it.
Yeah, shut
fucking
up.
shit, mate.
Yeah.
I like it. At 5, Kings of Leon, Only by the Night.
Fair play, they're the best skinny jeans ever.
But this is
Love
the
them.
shit album. That's when things got shit.
There did no such thing as a bad Kings of Leon album. I haven't listened to the last 4, so... Yeah, I've listened. Yeah, I last listened to them in 2007. So if they've got bad since then, that's on you. All right, that's nothing to do with me.
I've got some real bad news about Kanye West. At 4, Glass Vegas with the self-titled Glass Vegas.
Wow, Daddy's gone. That one. That's mad, isn't it? At the time, we probably would have been like, they're going to be a big band forever. Wonder what they're up to now.
We'll never find out. Fuck those guys at Mephedrone. At 3, Elbow, the seldom seen kid.
Fair play is good.
We're having that all day long. Fair play, guys. At 2, another one I can't pronounce. It's Amadou and Mariam. Welcome to Mali.
I love the album Welcome to Mali, and I love the Malian people.
You want to read the last one? You can fucking do this now. Fuck you.
One. Bon Iver, Forever Ago. Great album. He recently quit smoking via the aid of hypnosis. I'm looking into it.
Fair play, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been so much fun. Mr. Jake Farrell!
Thank you very much. And big up for William Hann, everybody.
Big up for me! Big up for me! Nice one.
Thank you so much for having me. Cheers.